A warm good evening to one and all.
Good evening.
How many of you are afraid of table topics? Wow, practically everybody, yeah? But I can very confidently say, keep going. Your failures to approach or attempt table topics does not determine you. Does it? What is table topics? Why you find it that difficult that everybody has to raise their hands? We'll make it very easy for today. Are you ready?
Yes.
Definition of table topics. Anybody knows? Yes, that's a talk given without any preparation. And table topics is a registered trademark word coined for impromptu speaking by Toastmasters International. Both are same. The difference is it's registered. So let's move forward. The objective of this training is to first get rid of the fear that you have of table topics. How to write a table topic speech? What are the strategies? Who are the people normally connected to table topics or impromptu speaking? So let's begin. The first question. In what situations in our life do we come across a need to speak on the spot?
The several locations.
Okay.
Interviews.
Okay. Situations.
In front of the wife.
Yeah, of course. In front of your boss. Whenever you go to any parties or any social gatherings, the speaker doesn't appear on time and they know. Let's put him on the front. The teacher relationship, the parents, the students, the professionals, all. Because this is circumstances, this is just a situation wherein you need to speak and you don't have time to prepare. That's nothing but impromptu speaking. So we'll see it in relation with Toastmasters International. See, there are two things, so don't confuse. Impromptu speaking and table topics. So first I will explain about impromptu speaking and then come to table topics. Because table topics is something specific to Toastmasters International. So we'll not mix it. Right? So let's go to first impromptu speaking. So that's the situations wherein you have to speak on the spot. The very simple definition. You have these 6 situations wherein you have to speak on the spot and you don't get an opportunity to prepare. This is the next question. Who are the people influenced or involved in table topics, or I will not say table, impromptu speaking? The topmost, I will give the first 10 categories. The first category of people who have to do it every day because that is their bread and butter. That is the salespeople. The second is the telemarketers. Third, the attorneys. They have to cook up something. The comedians, they usually don't get time. They have to do it impromptu. The TV journalists, we have just seen them today. You have seen the host was caught off-hand. The guest said, I am not Miss, I am Mrs. So she was corrected. And the host was very prompt to pick it up and just balance it. A great presence of mind. Coaches, they have to. Students, the teachers, the team captains, and the least is managers. Yeah, the managers don't have to cook something. They are the boss. Yes, and boss is always right. Moving ahead. For impromptu speaking, the first thing that is required is to listen carefully. Now we are still not in table topics, we are still in impromptu speaking. Unless you listen carefully, you will not be able to deliver or respond. So the first thing is, most important thing is You need to listen carefully. The second, pause. Let the speaker finish what he wants to ask you, or what is the question, or what is the situation that is posed to you. For that you need to wait, pause for a while. Third, confirm. Did you really understand what was the question asked to you? Unless you understand the question, you cannot respond it appropriately. Then you tell your part of the story, that is, you respond it. And finally, conclude it. Now this is regarding impromptu speaking. Moving ahead, what are the strategies? The first is expression of opinion. Whenever a situation is given to you, maybe in your workplace, what's your opinion on this project? You give your opinion. Second, you address the cause and effect. Again, a situation, which may be at your home or it can be in your office. Break up the topic into components in case a question or the situation posed to you is such that you cannot answer it straight. Break it up. It's easy to understand, easy to reply. Discussion the past, present and future. This is mostly for the budgeting purpose or something that has gone wrong and you are doing a troubleshooting or a root cause analysis, as we call it. One of the ways we can do it is FAT or FAT. What it stands for? F is a feeling. You have a scenario, you have a situation. What's your feeling on that? Whether you agree to it or not. Are you happy about it? Express it. You are not happy about it? Again, you need to tell your part of the story. Why you are not happy or why you are sad about it. Anecdote is nothing but a story connected to the topic. And last is tie back. Tie back is nothing but summarize and conclude. This is a simple format. FAT. Easy to remember also. Feeling, anecdote and tie back. Now we'll give you some tips again on impromptu speaking. We have still not come to table topics. A good speech has a structure. As usual, when we say structure, means opening, body, conclusion. It's a requirement. Because unless you do this, your communication is not complete. Practice giving a speech. Very, very important. Unless you practice, you will not get that feel or you will not gain that confidence. Deliver speech on the stage whenever opportunity occurs. Now here when we are talking about stage, is a social gathering or your workplace or any place where you can have an opportunity to be on the stage. Take that opportunity. This is we are talking about the tips. Believe you can do it. That's very, very important. Unless you feel that you can do it, you cannot give a good impromptu speech. You have to first feel it. Yes, I can do it. You may be wrong, you may be right. That's the secondary part. But the confidence that you believe that you can do it, that's very, very important. Don't start your speech with the excuse. This is very, very, very important. Never say, I never done this before. I cannot do it. See, I am very afraid to do it. These are the negative gestures. Never ever try it. Go ahead. More on the impromptu. Inject humor in the speech wherever possible. Now, humor does not mean jokes. It does not mean jokes. It is the same speech or the same anecdote expressed in a light way or in a humorous way, not necessarily a joke. So there's a difference between joke and humor. Moving ahead, think of a universal introduction or stories to use in future. Here, the stories sometimes when the topic comes to you, connect it to yourself or connect it to something in general. You can move ahead with that. Next, if you get stuck up, that sometimes happen. What should I say? I forgot a subject, man. Just move forward, give a little pause, connect it. Again, customize the topic and make it your statement. That is also very, very easy. Something we can always do. Any circumstances, we can make that happen. Whatever thing is most important is you have to be confident, be brief and sincere whenever you are delivering impromptu speech. Now we come to table topics. Now, what's the difference between impromptu speech and table topics? Impromptu speech is something you do generally with a gathering, social gathering, your office, etc., etc. But when we talk about table topics, now we are coming under the scope of Toastmaster International. In Toastmaster International, you will not have situations given to you to speak on the topic. In general, what will be given is either a quotation. Most cases is a quotation. On that quotation, you need to frame your speech. Why we call it impromptu speech? Because you get the subject on the spot.